So this is in continuation with the previous 2016 paper conducted by KPSC. So we can see some of the important questions, and quickly we will finish this, and we will take the recently conducted KPSC exams like Cooperative Society Inspector, Welfare Officer, or the Quality Inspector paper, or the Junior Accountant GK paper. These will be taken in coming classes. So the 40th question, the origin of Sankhya School of Indian Philosophy. So there are basically six Indian School of Philosophy, and the philosophers are also important. So here I have written, kindly make a note of it. So Vaisheshika, the preacher, the philosopher is Kannada, and his teachings are based on the physics and especially atomic theory, and he talks about everything in the nature is uh, associated with atoms. So, and second is Nyaya, which is given by Gautama, and it talks about teachings are logic and epistemology. So epistemology and metaphysics and these terminologies I'll be explaining just after this. And Sankhya again, which is given by Kapila Muni. It talks about physics and the metaphysics. And yoga was given by Patanjali, and it talks about some spiritual practices, nothing but sadhana. So Mimamsa given by Gemini, and it talks about hementex, hermeneutics, and rituals. I'll tell these words what the exact meaning is of these things. Vedanta given by Vyasa, and also talks about metaphysics. So in metaphysics is nothing but a branch of philosophy where science cannot give an exact explanation, like how this universe has of course the universe, science can explain how universe was born, like how humans have been evolved, or how humans are existent, why we are so innovative or why we are so creative. These things which physics cannot be explained or science cannot be explained. So metaphysics is a branch of philosophy where these aspects explains the metaphysics describes this aspect which does not explain through science. Epistemology is also regarding study of knowledge and all this. So, and this hermeneutics is nothing but something which is complex text will be simplified in the form. So this is very important. So terminologies. So this is basically very important. So this also we have seen in the previous class, in when we were dealing with Delhi Sultanate. So how Muhammad Ghori came, and he fought two battles: first battle of Terrain in 1191, and second battle of Terrain in 1192. So with the Prithviraj Chauhan third. So then Aibak came. These things we chronology we have studied. So here the same question, the chronology first being the Iltutmash. So or Iltamash you can call it him. He was the son-in-law of Aibak, who was the first Delhi Sultanate ruler. Then thereafter, he appointed mm, her close daughter Razia Sultan. And thereafter, some weak rulers came like Nasiruddin Muhammad and Ghiyasuddin Balban. These people will come. So this chronology they have been asked in KPSC. So this one more important SI unit of pressure. So of course we know that pressure is Pascal, and these other terminologies like Newton is for the force, Joule work or energy, so Watt is for electrical powers. So this is very important. And one more important aspect, the actually for Portuguese, the settlement in India was subsequently taken over by British. It means Bombay was the part of Portuguese province, but it was given to the English. Charles II was a king, and it was given in the part of dowry when he married a Portuguese princess, Catherine of Braganza. So during that time, the Portuguese given as a dowry to the Charles II of England. So remember, this question has been asked in recent questions as well. So of course, East India Company was set up during the reign of Jahangir. We know that in 1600, East India Company was set up, and the most important English leader was Thomas Roy. He approached Jahangir and got the Farman and established the first trading center at Surat. So that's how British. And also, we should know the chronology of the Europeans who came into India. First being the Portuguese, second being the Dutch, English and French, PDEF. This chronology has been very important. So then the next is science question, uh, like condensation. Usually we can see while we travel in the bus. So during rainy season or winter season, the some watery formation will be there. So that is because of condensation. When water vapor in the atmosphere comes in contact with hot object, it turns into water vapor. That is nothing but condensation. So one more important concept here is sublimation. Sublimation when directly, suppose an ice cube is there. Ice is suppose the water ice cube is there. It has to from solid to it has to liquefy. Then it forms into gas. That is evaporation. But in sublimation, directly from solid to gas will turn. So one step is escaped here. So that process is called as sublimation. For example, dry ice, that is nothing but carbon dioxide, dry carbon dioxide. When kept outside, it will directly evaporate instead of forming liquid. That is the example for sublimation. And Bibi Ka Maqbara, it looks like similar to the Taj Mahal, which is located in Agra. Uh, so this is located in Aurangabad, so which comes in Maharashtra, and it is constructed by Aurangzeb. So this has also been asked in some of the questions. And which alcohol is known as wood spirit? So of course, methanol is called as wood spirit because the methanol which is obtained from the wood undergo destructive distillation, where it will be burned at high temperature and evaporated and taken out. So methanol, of course, it's a fuel which is used in so many industries. One more important inventions, this been asked in PSIs many a times. So telegraph, who was a person who invented telegraph? It is a Samuel Morse. So of course you know how in the 1853 railways and this telegraph became a part of Indian communication, and Dalhousie was a person who brought telegraph into India. So then one more important this fax transmission, Alexander Bain. So this is also very important. And World Wide Web, that's by Tim Berners-Lee. And here I'll tell you, ARPANET is very important. This is considered as a father of internet. So this was a kind of today how we are using internet. So our modem or this fibers and all. So the beginning of internet was used through ARPANET. So the full form is Advanced Research Project Agency Network, and they through this they send the first message called as LO. Instead of sending login, they just sent LO. So which was done at sorry, in USA. So that's also very important. Then this has also been asked Abyssinian gold. This is a place derived after that place. Abyssinian gold. It doesn't contain any gold, but just it looks like gold. So 90% copper will be there and 10% zinc. And most of these gold will be used in ornamental industries. One more aspect, you can see here the diagram, which is called as fool's gold. So that is nothing but iron pyrite. So it is being heavier and also used in ornamental industries. So yeah, this is then in economics, the concept of invisible hand. So of course, this is very important. Invisible hand or laissez-faire theory, where as per Adam Smith, he was a European who thought of not intervene. They should Government should not intervene in the market forces. So his philosophy was that everything will set into equilibrium when because there is a demand and supply. will coincide and bring a equilibrium. So this was his policy, and he also wrote Wealth of Nations, which became very famous during 18th centuries. But this concept was opposed because by Keynes. He was a US economist, because he suggested government should also involved in the market, because without government intervention they cannot be in equilibrium sometimes. So that he also explained through the Great Depression. So these things, and also he also wrote a famous book which been asked in exams recently, PSI, General Theory of Employment and Theory and Interest. So this was his book. So he is an economist, and both are the great economists. So GST, of course, this question is very important. It is a destination-based value-added tax, where at the end the tax will be imposed. So it was brought in 122 Constitutional Amendment Bill. So then it became 121 Constitutional Amendment Act, brought in 2016, and it was enforced in 1st July 2017. These three facts are very important. And this question been asked in so many questions, so many exams. Electromagnetic waves in the order of decreasing wavelength. If you can see this diagram, you can easily remember. So the simple logic is RMI UXG. So the in between is the visible range. So of course you remember visible range is 700 nanometer to 400 nanometer. So radio wave, they may ask which is the longest wave. Radio wave being the longest wave, then follows microwave, infrared waves, then UV rays, X rays, and gamma rays. Gamma rays are the smallest waves. So remember this diagram, RMI UXG. So they have asked to arrange the chronology. So of course you can easily mark this. First comes the radio waves, then third is microwaves, then comes the infrared waves, then they have not given UV rays, X rays, last is gamma rays. So this is how you can remember, and they may ask which is the largest wave or which is the smallest wave. So remember this, very important. So yeah, this is being the medieval part of the history. So as the Britishers, when they came, they fought many wars with the rulers, the native rulers. So Battle of Plassey is one such uh, battle fought between British and the native rulers. The Robert Clive was headed towards the Nawab of Bengal, and at the time Sirajud-Dowla was the king. So they fought, and in 1757, then the war continued, and there was a great conspiracy to fight against the British or East India Company, and they fought in the Battle of Boxer. So Hector Munro, Major, 1764, he was heading the army, and there was three armies. One is Bengal, and other is Mughal army, and also Awadh. So these respective leaders are Mir Qasim by Bengal, Shah Alam II, the Mughal, and Sujauddaulah of Awadh. These combined forces attacked Hector Munro, but Hector Munro defeated, and he took a sign with all these uh, uh, kings called as Treaty of Allahabad, which came in 1965. And through this, East India Company got Diwani right. It means they got the revenue rights over Bihar, Bengal, and Odisha. So these three are very important. Yeah, of course. Regarding third battle of Panipat, we can see three battles of Panipat. Of course, when Delhi was ruled by Delhi Sultanate, Babur came, so which led to the establishment of Mughal Emperor. So 1526 he fought with Ibrahim Lodi. So and he defeated, and he Babur captured the power. Then again, there was one small king Hemchandra or Hemu was ruled during the period of Akbar in the parts of the Delhi, which is called as Indraprastha. So then Akbar and Hemu fought, and Akbar won the war, which is called as Second Battle of Panipat. And the third last being the Battle of Panipat, which was attacked by the northwestern ruled kings. So Ahmad Shah Durrani, then he came India. He was invited of the small kings of Rajputs and Mughals, and he attacked. And at that time, Marathas was headed by Sadashiva Rao. So Ahmad Shah Durrani defeated the forces. So this is being the brief about all these three battles. Of course, the Battle of Wandivash is also one more important aspect. It was fought, it's a part of Carnatic War, fought between French and British. So yeah. Then Gandhiji's political philosophy is Sarvodaya. So of course, nothing but welfare of all, which is enshrined in the DPSP. So of course, yesterday we were discussing three principles of DPSP: socialist, liberal, and the Gandhian principle. So this idea he got from the John Ruskin's unto this last book. So this can be a good question. Then Government of India Act 1935 separated Burma, which is present day Myanmar. So major part of 1935 Act was incorporated in the present day constitution as well. That's UPSC mains question they have asked. So then one more, humid climate with temperate throughout the year. So lower Gangetic Plain is characterized by humid climate with temperate throughout the year. So lower part means Bengal and this Odisha and part of this region is very good for cultivating paddy and jute. Jute, why? Because not sugarcane. Jute requires a lot of water for retting. When the crop comes for the harvest, it has to be put in the water so that it decomposes and degrade and becomes the fiber. So that's why water requirement is more. By through that logic, we can mark two. So then again, uh, following pair correctly matched. Sundari, of course, this is a mangrove which grows in West Bengal, not in Gujarat. Eliminated. Sandalwood, it's Karnataka. So it is teak wood in Madhya Pradesh. Or wrong answer. Again, Rajasthan teak wood they have given. It's a wrong answer. Bamboo Tripura is the correct answer. Of course, Champion tribe is found in, of course, the Nicobar Island. So some of the other tribes which founds in Andaman Nicobar is Ongi, Jarawa, Sentinelese, and Champion. These are major tribes which found in Andaman and Nicobar. So very important. And Nilgiri Hills also many a times this question has been asked. Todas, Irulas, Kotas. Badagas are also important. It's been in news because they are settled and advanced tribes. So they practice agriculture. So then again, November 26 is celebrated as Constitution Day in India. So of course, this day we Constitution was adopted, not enforced. 26 November 1949. Enforced is 26 January 1950, which we celebrate as a Republic Day. So this concept must be very important. So 60 question, it's very old question. It's not important for the upcoming exam. So some of the frozen lakes, so Rupkund Lake, which is located in Uttarakhand, Pangong Lake, Ladakh, Jammu and Kashmir, Chola, Cholamu Lake, which is located in Sikkim, and Lunar Lake, Maharashtra. So this has been not a frozen lake. Of course, in Maharashtra, Lunar Lake is not a frozen lake. This lake is created due to the meteorite which was coming from the space, and it has hit the surface and created a lake. That's why the name Lunar Lake. So it's very important. It's a crater. So what is again ancillary industry is nothing but, so main industries, some assembly of, if individual component of for the final assembly of the products are known as ancillary industry. Suppose if car manufacturing company is there, small nut and bolts are manufactured by other companies. So these industries we call it as like headlight and all these industries we call as ancillary industries. So, having the longest border line with India, of course, Bangladesh, which is close to 4,000 kilometer, remember. And among the state, longest bordering with the international country or the other country is also West Bengal, close to 2,200 kilometer distance. This is very important. Then Gol Gumbaz was the tomb of Muhammad Adil Shah. So this we will be discussing when we take history of Karnataka. Yeah. Then in India, the first bird sanctuary was set up. So of course, that is Vedantangal, so which is located in Tamil Nadu, and there are other like Kudremukh is being in Karnataka, is a national park. Bannerghatta, again, it's in Karnataka. And the Killadio Ghana is located in Rajasthan, are nothing but the Bharatpur Wildlife Sanctuary and National Park, they can call it as. And this is India's largest the sanctuary in India. This is very important. Bharatpur or Killadio Ghana National Park. So India concentration of laterite soil is higher in Odisha. So if you can see this, the purple color, this is being the laterite soil, Western Ghats and Aravalli and some of the hills here, the Meghalaya Plateau, that Khasi, Jaintia, and Garo Hills. So these are part of laterite soils where high rainfall will be there. So this Odisha also being part of the laterite soil. So this, remember, laterals, they have high concentration of laterite soil is higher. They have given these following statement: Gujarat we don't find, Jammu and Kashmir no, Arunachal Pradesh no. So Gujarat, Odisha being the right answer. Then ports, as we have seen, the ports are very important. 30 major, 13 major ports are there in India, and Chennai being one of the oldest as well as the artificial port. So for answer here, one of the port has been developed on a lagoon. Lagoon is a kind of a lake. So Kochi is a answer. So one more important is Mumbai is largest port in India in terms of number of ships, but in terms of volume, it is Kandla port, which is located in Gujarat. And Vishakhapatnam is also very important because this port being the deepest port of India. Yeah. So then the author of the book, Kargil Turning the Tide. So this is very important. Books they have been asked. We have continuously posting in our Telegram channel as well. Some of the famous books. So Mahinder Puri. So then we were not focusing on the old question. So currently we should know CEO of Niti Aayog is BVR Subramaniam. So then, following Indian missile is responsible of American Patriot, resembled as a American Patriot. So Akash, so very important. So Akash missile is very important. So here I have mentioned some of the which is the first indigenous surface to air, and air to air. So surface to air being Akash is the first indigenously developed surface to air missile. So developed by DRDO. It is medium range. Uh, then again Astra, which is surface to surface. So here option they have mentioned, so that's why we have taken it. So it is a short range ballistic missile, and Prithvi being the uh, Prithvi being the first surface to surface, sorry, and Astra being the first air to air missile. So where it has to be, clubbed with the fighter jets and all. Then air to air war will happen. Then we use Astra. These are all the indigenously developed by Indian government. So it's very important. Then Kalakkad Madunturai Tiger Reserve is located in Tamil Nadu. Directly they have asked Tiger Reserve. Nowadays they are asking Tiger Reserves and national parks from different state. Amit Kundu Committee, very important. This is regarding with the evaluate the process of implementation of Sachar Committee, or Rajendra Sachar. He was a uh, he was a he headed the committee to study about the conditions of minorities in India, and the same committee, Amit Kundu committee, he revived the implementation of Sachar committee. So in a way, it is also talks about the uh, minorities condition in India. So and Hudud, of course, this is being cyclone, and I remember recent many cyclones has hit in Gujarat coast, maybe in Gujarat coast or in coast of Chennai. These things we have continuously updated in our current affair magazine also. You can read them as well. So this is very important. Atal Bihari Vajpayee was some Atal block in the name of Atal Bihari Vajpayee is named in Afghanistan parliament. So the name of the parliament in Afghanistan is called as Jirga. So remember, there are different parliaments in the world. So then Dr. Arvind Subramanian committee constituted, of course, to suggest standard GST rates, different rates, 5%, 18%, all these things was suggested by Arvind Subramanian. He was an economist. Then the Simlipal Biosphere Reserve, which is the Asia's second largest the biosphere reserve, first being the Great Gobi Biosphere Reserve, which is located in Mongolia, and this Simlipal, which is located in Odisha, is Asia's second largest biosphere reserve. Very important. So then the Peacock Wildlife Sanctuary is located. We have 21 wildlife sanctuaries. We will be discussing all of those, and each sanctuary has a specific animal like black buck or some of eagle or some of the sanctuaries are reserved for the peacock like Adi Chinchanagiri is famous for preserving the peacock. So this wildlife sanctuary has been very important. Yeah, this we have already discussed. We have also posted the missiles and their name. Very important. You can expect them anytime in the exam. So 80 question not important. So very old question. Not true. Kindly, whenever you see not true, you just round it in the exam. So see, just now we have read Astra is a missile. Yes. This indigenously built world-class missile. Yes. Astra is designed for 50-kilometer range head-on mode. So Astra can intercept fast-moving aerial target at a supersonic speed. So see, Astra all-weather beyond visual range. 50 kilometer is that something we can see with some instrument, but this missile is beyond our visual range. It means it can target the object more than 50 kilometer. So this is being wrong. So we can eliminate it. Yeah, who is the author of book Never to Be Forgotten Empire? Remember, you can make a list of books which is like Pranam Mukherjee has written recently. We have also put it in the test we have been conducting. So it's very important. Never to Be Forgotten Empire is Surya Narayana Rao. So these things are most common. Of course, everyone knows. So Vivo is a Chinese smartphone, and Mark Zuckerberg, founder of Facebook, and Volkswagen is a car making company, German company. Unicorn, actually, these are the term is given for the startups who are famous at the international level, and their turnover also will be in terms of millions. So unicorn is a word specially described for the startups. So then, of course, this question been asked previously. Also, we have analyzed it. BRICS is nothing but a new development bank. NDB, its headquarter is Shanghai. Don't confuse with Asia Infrastructure Investment Bank, which is located in headquarters is Beijing. And remember, KV Kamath, he was a Kannadiga and became the first president of the BRICS. BRICS Bank was established in the year 2015 in the Brazil, a famous place called as Fortaleza. And the declaration is called as Fortaleza Declaration. This has been asked in UPSC as well. So it's very important. This current affairs again. Rashtriya Gokul Mission was set up for the development of indigenous breeds of cow. Read about indigenous breeds of Karnataka like Amrit Mahal, Hallikar and all. Very important. What are the specification? They must because lumpy skin disease is been in news. So we have also posted what it is virus or how it is eradicated and all. This just facts you remember it. So then who headed the second ARC Administrative Reform Commission? Of course, Veerappa Moily, he was from Karnataka MP, and he headed second ARC in the year 2005, and the first being the Morarji Desai in 1966. These committees will suggest the reforms in the administration. So then health coverage to APL families in Karnataka. So of course, the schemes again they have asked. So remember to read schemes, you will get it from Economic Survey. Rajiv Arogya Bhagya scheme. So very important. This is for APL families. So Yashaswini scheme also there, health card they will give, which covers the health insurance and all. So one more important concept, this Malwant Purna, the youngest woman to scale Mount Everest, belonged to which state? So she was in news, Andhra Pradesh. Remember some of the facts. These are Britishers, Edmund Hillary and Tenzing Norgay. They climbed the Mount Everest for the first time. So Indian first Indian woman is Bachendri Pal. So and the first Indian as such is in 1965 by Avatar Chima. So he was a military army officer. So then these things we'll see following does not have Sun Temple. So there are a famous Sun Temple, Konark Sun Temple in Odisha, Marthand is very beautiful temple, J&K, it's located in Jammu and Kashmir, Modhera, which is also in Gujarat. These are dedicated to God Sun. So Sirpur is not famous for Sun Temple, so eliminated. So then, as per census, yeah, of course, very important. This has been asked. So high density of population in Karnataka 2011, as per 2011 census. This is a recent census because every 10 years the census will be conducted. So because of COVID, census was not conducted. So highest density of population is in Bangalore. Of course, this some few questions is very important. We will finish it up. It's zone 16 paper. Then we in the next session onwards we will take up the recently conducted KPSC exam question paper, quality inspector, GK paper. I'm talking about welfare officer, junior accountant. This I'm sure if we analyze in this way, they're definitely going to appear in the exam. So it's with my experience and with my experience of teaching my student who has become now as a KS and PSA and all these things, that different things. Yeah. Then Congress party was divided in the session. So INC, it started in the year 1885 onwards, and in 1907 it got split because of rift between the moderates and extremists. So kindly read it. We are not going in a basics to tell what is moderates and extremists. It's an ideology between two groups where moderates were favoring the Britishers and extremists were anti-Britishers. Simple way. Remember the three great leaders of this extremist are Lal Bahadur, Bal Gangadhar Tilak and Bachendri Pal, and kindly comment this so that I should know whether you know these three extremists. So in 1907, Rash Bihari Ghosh was the chairman, was headed. So Bal Gangadhar Tilak wanted to be the chairman, but he was opposed, and Rash Bihari Ghosh was uh, elected. So don't get confused. Rash Bihari Bose, who was the first president of Indian National Army, uh, which was formed during the time of Second World War, Quit India movement that we have discussed as well. So of course, Bhagat Singh belongs to, yes, of course, he belongs to HSRA or HRA, Hindustan Republican Army, which was renamed as a Hindustan Socialist Republican Party. So they were he was a part of this uh, association, and some of the founders of this party was Ram Prasad Bismil, Ashfaqullah Khan, Jogesh Chandra Chatterjee. So these three are the founding members. Then again, INC they have found during the time of Lord Dufferin. So Lord Dufferin is very important. Lord William Bentinck, we have seen that he is the first Governor General of India, not Governor General of Bengal. Kindly let me know who is the first Governor General of Bengal. So then, yeah, yeah. Then these are the, I think, topics for today. And